I think it looks great. I think it's a good look for you. I think
Thank
you
you.
don't look tired at all. I think you look super awake and ready to go and conquer the day and the night. Do you have a
Yeah.
drink at least?
Uh-huh. I have
That's a
another glass
weird.
of wine.
Are you eating a banana and having a glass of wine?
Yeah, this is my dinner right now, asshole. So,
Are you doing this in lieu of dinner? Eat
I
your
mean,
dinner.
I'm eating right now. So,
That's not food.
well, it technically is food. So, yes, this is what I'm eating right now because my daughter just faked me out twice that she had to take a poo poo.
You know who doesn't fake around when they have to take a poo poo?
You know,
I gotta go. When I gotta go.
it's guerrilla.
Um,
It's guerrilla warfare trying to put her down sometimes.
how's it going? New house,
It's fine.
adjusting.
It's good. It's like adjusting. I just quickly scrambled to get this stood up. This isn't even like my work area. I mean, it's in the upstairs, but not like my desk and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
you look super unprofessional today. So
this is a
remember
professional baby. Come on.
for all of our 25 followers.
Yeah.
Hey, which reminds me of something really quick.
Uh huh.
So I recently went to Tahoe for Jerry's birthday
Yeah.
and
Ugh.
super fun, loved it. We saw two bears
I saw you
and
posted.
it was like the coolest shit ever.
Uh huh.
So I was like, I'm gonna throw the second one. It ran right outside of a restaurant, and I was like, I'm gonna throw this on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right, all I wrote was Tahoe is wild.
Yeah. It was a good caption.
You know, people need to fucking chill out.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought Lexa told me you
the
told her that like it just got seen a ton of times. Were people
I got
commenting?
about over 150,000 views.
Nice.
Like, we've been doing this for a year.
Yeah.
We definitely have not gotten 150,000 views.
No,
Which,
we get at most like 3,000, I think at best.
so for one, I think we need to start bringing bears onto the podcast.
Bears is always a good. You got a in. You got a guy.
Two, yeah, we just need to start filming in Tahoe and make
Yeah.
it fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Two, the comments. Can
What were people commenting on that besides like obviously there's a
Some
bear
people
just
were
running
like, "Oh my
buck wild.
god, that's so cool." I couldn't help. You know when you see certain things and you're like, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna send them a smiley face
Right.
because I don't like your comment, and now I'm
Right.
just gonna be passive aggressive.
What's hold on? But what are
Uh,
what are the bad comments that you're getting?
okay, so here we go. Over
Hmm.
160,000 views.
Yeah.
I got stuff like, "Oh, it looks scared. Oh my god, I was there. Oh, blah blah blah." Then I got oh, I like that no one bothered to help the mother and her child, just sitting and recording, enjoying your breakfast. A couple
What
people were like, the pregnant mother holding her girl. It's like, first off, you guys are the rude ones because she wasn't pregnant.
what do they expect a non-knowledgeable individual to go do to assist a bear and her mother?
Well, for the record, we're
What are you
also in a
supposed to do?
very I, thank you. What you're supposed to do is not fucking move.
Well, sure.
Oh, this is the best. Oh, humans have to get out of its house. That's what happens when we continue to encroach and destroy their property. How casual. Tahoe is wild. Like, it's not like for us.
So the point of this is this was all your fault.
Correct.
You are the reason that
Oh,
global warming is a real thing.
this is the one where I sent them a smiley face.
Nice.
Good, stay out.
They said that to you.
Correct.
That's actually pretty good though. That's pretty good.
I was like, it's just, yeah, it's their home. I'm like,
Yeah.
can you guys shut the fuck up?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Again, people take certain liberties behind a screen. But
It's just
the
so
stay the
funny.
fuck out is pretty damn good.
Yeah, good, stay out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Good, I will.
What do you got going on tonight?
We're gonna have a game night.
That's
Some of the
fun.
girls,
Wait,
yes.
I thought this was gonna be like you and Jer Bear, but you and the gals.
No,
Yeah.
he's been skating all day. He's gonna be toast, so it's my night with my girls.
Are you having it at
Um,
your place, or are you going
no,
someplace?
no, he's gonna be in bed by 8:30 if I'm not home.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go to Hillary's. But you know what I did do this week, which was super fun. Have you seen any of the Adam Ray Dr. Phil?
They're fantastic.
I went to
Mm-hmm.
one on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and as we were coming in, they're like, "Notice it filming, notice it filming." I'm like, they're always filming."
Yeah.
So they locked our phones up, and I was like, "Oh, it's got to be." And they're like, "This fucking lineup," and I was like, "They always say that to hype people up," but then when
Yeah.
they locked our phones, I was like, "Oh." The only other person we've ever seen like lock phones is like Dave Chappelle. And I was like, Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle's
Yeah.
not at Dr. Phil,
Yeah.
But the real Dr. Phil came out.
Did he really?
And it was fucking epic.
I mean, that has to be nice for that guy because that, like, Adam, for a whole new subset of people, has like revitalized that guy's, like, his career, like his public appearance sort of thing.
Yeah. And it's funny too because like you and I like comedy a lot too. I don't
Yeah.
know every single person, but living here, I'm definitely more like, oh, I've seen that person. Oh, I've seen that person. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like know a lot more names, but like Adam Ray, I like he's always like been popular like enough. Like if you're
Hmm.
kind of into comedy, you kind of know his name, but he's not huge.
Right.
But I tell you what, doing this Dr. Phil thing has fucking exploded him,
Yeah,
no
dude,
doubt.
he's huge with it.
It's massive. It's constantly sold out.
Yep.
Like him and the real Dr. Phil, like Dr. Phil and him killed it.
Yeah.
It was so hilarious. It was
Who'd they
so
have
good.
else besides the real Dr. Phil?
They had what's it, Patton
Patton
Oswald.
Oswald. Uh huh.
He was on there, and then this other guy, Jay. Fuck.
Jay
What is his
Farrow.
name? Is that him?
Is he a skinny black dude?
Yeah, he does a lot of voices.
Mm-hmm. That's Jay Farrow. Yeah, he was on SNL for like a stint. He's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was on there too. But like when you saw them being on there, you were like, meh, lineup's okay. No
Mm-hmm.
offense, just not
Yeah.
like my whatever.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
fact that they were making such a big deal, I was like, who the fuck is the other person? Because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jerry's like, because I had asked Jerry before we went, and I was like, do you know who like his guest star tonight? He's like, yeah, it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
So we thought we were just like, oh, we got a bunk show, like
Yeah.
whatever. Not that those guys are like very talented, but
No,
like,
just shit on him.
yeah. Like when Santino and Bobby Lee were on it, like
Yeah.
they fucking killed it.
Yeah.
But dude, it was hilarious. It was so funny.
Yeah,
I was
Jay's
so
good.
pumped.
I like Jay. Jay reminds
Yeah.
me of I mean, this is horrible because he's not this bit of comedy, but like what's his face from the Police Academy movies? Like Jay, like he does a ton of impressions. He does like a really good
Oh,
George
Eddie
Bush
Murphy?
impression.
Is he in Police
No,
Academy?
no, come on. We're not just going to stereotype every black man into that.
No, but he did an Eddie Murphy. He did
in
an Eddie
Police-
Murphy.
Oh, he did Eddie Murphy impersonation. I thought you were saying Eddie Murphy was in Police Academy. I'm like, no, Eddie Murphy's not.
I actually
Yeah.
couldn't remember.
No, it's it's like on the tip
Danny
of my
Glover.
tongue. What's another black guy's name that you know? No, whatever. I can't think of the dude's name, but Jay always kind of reminded me of him a little bit, just because he had like a ring. He was like a Bill Hader sort of thing.
Police Academy. I'm
Who's the
looking it
dude?
up
Yeah, who's the
so I don't get yelled at.
Yeah, give me the guy. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Police Academy cast. Michael Winslow?
Yes, thank you, Michael Winslow. That's it.
Okay.
So Michael Winslow was like this guy that was comedy chops, but like full improv, could do every impersonation you could think of. Crazy,
Okay.
just like sound effects and shit that he would do. Like, I don't know. The guy was
Dude.
like crazy type, but Jay would always kind of remind me of that. So
Dude, he killed it.
yeah,
His impressions are so good.
Mhm.
His
Did he do
Kevin
his George
Hart.
Bush?
No, but he did a really good Trump, which was hilarious. Like it's crazy. It's crazy the like Kevin Hart was, I think, by far my favorite. And then
Yeah.
he did the Eddie Murphy eyes, like the
Mhm.
crazy eyes when he's like
Yeah.
just like looking all that. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
But those things are hilarious, man. They've been, yeah, I really like them.
Yeah. Nice.
But it's definitely a perk of living here, getting to see some of that shit. But
Yeah, dude. What do you think about all this Diddy stuff?
I mean, you know, this is going to be controversial. Uh, I mean, again, not fucking surprised.
Bananas, dude.
Nuts. And
Did
the
you hear about how
fact,
many bottles of baby oil they found in his house?
I don't love it. I don't love that.
1,000 bottles of baby
It's
oil.
disgusting. But
That's bananas.
he promoted his fucking like 50-person bed that he has outside. Like he's a fucking creep.
He's a
I
total
mean,
creep.
he was definitely involved with, everybody getting fucking murdered. Someone else took the rap with him when there was a shooting. When remember when he was in the club with J Lo?
Well, what's his face? Again, I'm like, I mean, I've had a day, but he just got called out by someone not too long ago about putting the hit out on like Tupac. Like that was, I
That's what I
forget the guy, I
mean.
can't remember the guy's name, but and then everyone was like dismissive, and they're like, oh, this guy's like notorious for just wanting like his 15 minutes of fame, and I'm like, I
I,
wouldn't put that
I think
past Diddy, dude.
I think he's done a really good fucking job at creating this image, with like black excellence and like trying to be like,
White party, all that stuff, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
just like trying to be like I'm for you guys. I'm here. Like let's be all these amazing things, which is great.
yeah,
But I think that was he did it just enough to be like, now don't look at this other bullshit that I've been fucking doing for
yeah.
30 years.
You know
Whatever
who
he's
I,
been.
you know how I felt really. I feel bad for the handful of celebrities right now that are getting drugged through the mud and are being attached to like him as that like, oh, did he do stuff with so and so? And you're just like, oh, dude, like
I
that
mean, the
poor person.
reality is that especially when you're in that status, like everybody's hung out with somebody at some point. Like,
Yeah, I thought you were
I
gonna say
mean,
everyone's done butt stuff at some point.
I mean, grow up, you guys. If you haven't, just like at least like check the box. But no, I just feel like, even with like the Epstein stuff,
Yeah,
you know, everybody's had a photo and of this. It doesn't mean that they knew what kind of person he was per se. Like people can put on
yeah,
a fucking face and a show and this whole facade,
for
but
sure.
like unless you're around them enough to know like what they're really into, I think it's bonkers. I'm like so shocked
Hmm.
somebody of his like level of celebrity or whatever and the money that he has, the fact that the FBI has got him and like nixed that $50 million bail, like nope, nope, nope.
Yeah.
The evidence has to be fucking through the roof.
Oh,
Like
I mean, I think that
he's in so
they
much
want to
trouble.
nail that guy to the wall for sure.
He is, it's done.
Yeah.
I feel bad for his two little girls. Their mother's dead.
Is that I don't know anything about his kids or any of his
I'm like
personal internet
TMZ
stuff.
a little bit.
All right,
No,
okay,
I mean
yeah.
not fully, but like he's got a few kids.
Hmm.
Um, I want to say he has a son and two girls from his ex-wife Kim.
Okay.
Kim passed away rather a few years ago, but very young.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just like their dad's going to be in jail. I'm not saying anything, but like his boys are pretty on the older side.
And how does that not affect you though? You know what I'm saying? Like
Or
it's
how are
just
you not in the maybe know of what your dad was doing?
even if his kids were in the like I said, there's a certain level of you could be in the know, but depending on level of age and maturity, not fully
Sure.
understanding of like how do you
How?
handle that knowledge, right? Um, I just know for myself of at times of like dealing with embarrassment through like family sort of stuff of
Yeah.
where nothing compared to this, but you are like, there's plenty of things where I would just want to like hide under a rock, and I'm like, oh my god, like what the
Yeah.
fuck are they doing? And I'm attached to this, but like, let alone like you're the kids of this guy, like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
I
rough.
mean, I think it's bonkers. I think he's going away. I think it's probably beyond justified. We've
See
all
you.
seen like the physical abuse videos of him and Cassie and all that stuff.
Oh,
But
is that with this girl that he was like knocking around and
yeah.
stuff? Dude, that's disgusting. Yeah,
So you had that alone.
yeah,
Then you have, I mean, there's been videos of a girl that went missing and then she was like found and like Diddy like took her under a wing because she was a runaway. Like there's been so many. If you like kind of deep dive a little, there's so
That's
many
bonkers.
things. But it's crazy. I mean, now just to make light of it, man,
Yeah.
the memes are so good. Like
So good,
they're like
dude.
when R. Kelly sees him walking in.
Dude, did you just? I just saw one like right before Joe psyched me out with the first poo poo, and it was it might have been a Double Dare episode of where all of
Oh,
them are trying to
the
climb these stairs, and it's like the agents raiding Diddy's house, but they're slipping everywhere.
yeah,
So it's just like the baby oil all down the staircase. I was like, fucking
yeah.
so good, dude.
I have
So
to
good.
send you. My buddy actually has a really funny Instagram,
Mhm.
whatever. It's like Dirty Irwin or something like
Is this
that.
a famous friend of yours or a normal friend?
No, he's
Oh,
just a normal friend who started an Instagram
good
and
for
it
him.
got like a shit ton of people following him. But it's fucking hilarious.
Good for him.
He's got one of those like memories. He's seen every movie, he remembers every line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's got a couple of good ones he did. But like, dude, like the ones with like R. Kelly being like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
here
like on a
comes my
watch. The one of like
boy."
they show like Tom Brady where he's like getting excited
Yeah,
watching. That's so good.
he's like,
Yeah.
My buddy."
Who do you
Yeah,
who would you think would be a next domino to fall in Hollywood that would have some fucking heinous or shit that would
I
hit?
feel like somebody else is coming after this. I feel like this is not just like a
Attached to this
Diddy.
specific whole
I
case
think
with
you're gonna
Diddy?
find people that are attached to this. I just
Probably.
I don't think it's like a. I mean, if I read it right, it looks like the whole family had to hand over their passports and things
Hmm.
like that. So if they
Wait,
are,
what is that whole point? I don't even know that.
meaning they can't leave the country.
Oh, just in terms of like for right now, since all this has been going on.
Yeah, so I
Gotcha.
don't, I don't fucking know shit about shit, but
Yeah.
I know that I read that the whole family, like all the kids, all of them had a hand in their passports. None of them, no one's allowed to like leave the country right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a plethora of people that are going to trickle down from this. I have a feeling he's a fucking rat and he's a
Yes, of
throw under the
course.
bus. I mean, obviously. So like, I think this is gonna like you're gonna see this one called out, that one called out. You
Right.
know what's funny? Well, not funny, but a few years ago, I have a friend that is like, she knows a lot about inside this world or whatever, and she
What
made a
does that
comment. She's
even
like,
mean? Inside
well,
this
just
world?
like they know a lot of like super famous
Were
people
they
and people
Illuminati?
chat. No, just like chatting. I
Yeah.
don't mean for like Diddy, but something was brought up where they
Your
were like,
friend hung out with Diddy all the time. Cool. Okay. Got
I
it.
actually do have a friend that had sex with him.
Wait, really?
Like years and years and years and years ago.
That's crazy. I know someone that had sex with Little Wayne, and that was
Oh,
one of
me
the weirdest
too.
stories. Do you really?
Yeah, I'm not, I swear I'm not joking.
Yeah.
She her
I heard a bonkers tale from somebody I know from that one.
Yeah, it started with like, oh, like I just blew him to like, well, yeah, I had sex with him. I was like, yeah, you're not just
Dude,
gonna blow Little Wayne. You're gonna.
same start of the story that I had heard from this girl too. She was like, I just was gonna give him BJ, or and then you're like, is that it? And they're like, no, of
Do we
course
have
it's
the
not it.
same friend, or is this
I
just?
I don't know.
I'm
Did
not
you go
gonna
to
say
Holy
their
Family
name.
grade school?
Yes, actually.
Wait, you
Wait.
did? Fuck, that's right.
Wait, what? I mean, that's not where I know her, but that is actually really hilarious because
That
I
is funny.
legitimately went to Holy Family for grammar school.
I love it, dude. I love it. Yeah.
Dude, what?
Yeah. Who knows with the Diddy thing? I mean, again, like I feel bad for like again some of the other celebs that are getting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, like a Bieber thing, for instance. Like that's just I feel bad for that dude. It's like
Yeah, I think I think it's just way more sinister than we imagine, which is interesting
yeah,
because I also have a friend who, when COVID happened, went like, oh God, I hope he doesn't listen to this. He went
it's just our
really,
mothers.
like, it's just, but he went all that. Do you remember that whole thing with like Save the Children?
From
Where
COVID.
yeah, like after COVID, all these, and maybe it was just like really like in your face out here for whatever
Mm.
reason, but he went like all of a sudden he was like Trump, and he was like the children and the fucking Pizzagate and the
Oh,
fucking,
Pizzagate.
like he
Yeah.
spiraled. He's like, there are reptilians that live underground, like uh all these sex dungeons,
Uh
and
huh.
Oprah's involved. He thinks so Michelle Obama's a man. Like
So he was literally patient zero of that whole crazy
wild.
movement. Yeah. Okay.
And it's still now all of a sudden he's like found God. He loves Trump. He's just like, which is wild because
It seems
he
like he's
was
looking for a purpose.
he was our friend that like wanted to be in the music industry,
Yeah.
fucking tatted up, like bang it, like having fivesomes and
Banging.
like doing that's the Jersey, and like he's banging, like eating drugs every other fucking night,
I think he
like,
was like
but
eating
also
ass.
like the sweetest person in the world, and like be
Yeah.
you, two men, two. Now he is like,
Two men. What?
no, but I'm just saying, like, it was like gay, straight, doesn't matter. Like, be you, live your
Oh,
life, wear a
BU. Oh, okay.
dress.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He has gone off the rails.
So what? Does he not
But
BU anymore?
I don't know. I don't hang out with him anymore. I feel bad because I like loved this person. I'm just like, I don't know how to connect with you anymore. We've lost
those are
all connection.
those are always super tough. Like I always think it like I have no problem if my political views don't 100% align with people, but
Sure.
like if it then bleeds into like legitimately we have nothing to ever talk to or connect about, like that's when you go, okay,
It's wild.
man, yeah,
But I think that like I think the part that I can kind of take a little bit from the shit that he's into is like,
hmm
I think there really are like, I think that level of like fame or money, like people shouldn't have that much money. You don't need that much money.
no,
But the things that you're like, I've done this, now what?
yeah,
Now what? Now what?
yeah,
That always striving of like, we've talked about it on like obviously like small scales. Like you get the house you want, now you want like the fucking
hmm
pool, and then you want
hmm
whatever. But like in their status is like, oh, I can hire 50 girls to fucking blow all my friends in a
hmm
fucking uh
keep going,
whatever.
yep.
We can just oil wrestle and fucking just throw them in
I
a
just,
pool of lube.
I still can't get over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That is
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like,
if you think about just the sheer number of bottles, 1,000 bottles of
mhm.
baby oil, like crazy. Just is fucking. That's like next level to me.
I think that there's just this level of like, now what, I'm on top of the world. I can do whatever I want. And
Yeah,
I think like fame fucks with your head. I think I'm clearly not making excuses. And then you find like people that just like want to be famous or down and out, need the, $100 could change their world. Like
yeah,
whatever. It's just like it's so fucked up.
yeah.
It is so fucked up. But he in trouble.
You know who I think is, or at some point would have been the next domino to fall. Not the Diddy situation, but his own thing.
Sure.
Feldman, Corey Feldman.
Oh, poor
Dude, what
guy.
do you ever keep up with them at all?
Are you kidding? I tried to go to the Limp Bizkit show. I was so mad. I like
Oh, when he
couldn't
was
go. Yeah, he was in. They were in Sarah. Dude, my friend fucking flew out just to see that show, and Corey
yeah.
Feldman's like me.
Dude, I love watching videos of his show, but
I
before I
know.
think he's now moved away from that. But like years ago when he had his like band of the Angels or whatever that they were, and
Oh
it was
yeah,
all these like weirdly displaced women and like young girls that were in, I was like, who is
yeah.
investigating this guy for a while, dude? What's
I
going on
know.
here?
But again, not making excuses. But that fucking dude has. I mean, do we want to bring up MJ?
Well,
I mean,
sure.
it's just this trickle down of like sexual abuse, and it's just fucking nuts, dude.
Is it him or Macaulay that's always said nothing happened?
Macaulay, well, I don't know Corey Feldman's stand on it, but I think that's like the theory of uh, all of them. I think
I
Macaulay
feel like
has always said no.
Feldman said no too. That's why he basically personifies Michael Jackson now in his
I,
performances.
I think that's the thing. I don't think anybody has really said yes.
Well,
I
why
don't
would
think,
you? I mean, like that's pretty
well,
embarrassing.
and it goes back to why when they're like, oh, this fucking girl just wants clout and this girl wants money. Why
Yeah,
did it take her 15 years to say so and so, took advantage of me sexually? You're like, because they're fucking scared. Because look at a
right.
Diddy. What is
Yeah,
Diddy gonna do? Is he gonna get somebody to kill me? Is he gonna
yes,
fucking
yeah,
do this? Is he gonna do that? Like, it's like none of these people have the fucking balls to say anything because it's
yeah,
like they're petrified.
yeah. I mean,
So I'm not
it's
saying that's their case, but
well. Look
it
at
is.
what was the dude that kid Drake from the Nickelodeon shows? Like, did you watch that
I
whole
did. I did. Yeah.
bonkers, dude? And I felt
Yeah,
for
it's
that. I
fucking
felt for that
gross.
guy. But like
It's
now,
gross.
it's totally gross. But now that guy, and again, it's like you're going to be wrestling with those demons for the rest of your life. But a part of the healing process, I'm sure, for him is to go public, so then he can talk about it and to
Sure.
kind of move past it. But now you're known as like the kid that got taken advantage of in that situation, right?
Yeah,
So
for
like
sure.
you're Feldman, you're
Yeah.
Like Culkin. Even if it
Yeah.
happened, you're probably like, no, it didn't happen. I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Or it's just like and totally fair. You don't have to come out like when people are like, well, you should say something. It's like maybe that's just their protective wall and maybe nothing happened at all.
Oh,
Who
they a
knows?
thousand percent. They don't have to tell people shit. That doesn't matter.
But it's not anybody's business, but it is fucking crazy. But that's what makes it so hard for people to come out because especially that's what I was like joking in the beginning of this with like the internet and stuff like that. Can't
Yeah.
say anything. If you post a simple bear running, you're like, oh my God, this is crazy. I've never seen this before. It's cool, scary, all the things.
Hashtag you're killing the bears, right?
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like you can't win with
No.
anybody.
No.
And the noise is not, it's just like whatever makes sense for that person. But it is wild. I mean, so speaking of Michael Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
it is what's interesting to me
Mm-hmm.
from a lighter note is that you can't put R. Kelly on the radio. Like he's done. You
For
don't
sure.
You're not allowed to go to a party and throw ignition on and try to live your best life. What he did was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
However, he had some bangers. And
A ton of bangers.
so the joke was always like, some of my friends would be like, well, why can we fucking listen to Michael Jackson? Like, why can't I throw R. Kelly on? Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
funny.
Wait, did you find that that was a big thing? That were people legitimately getting upset, or were they just like
Oh, it was
sarcastically getting
done.
upset?
I think he got pulled off of Spotify, if I remember right. I don't know if he still is
I
or
can't
something
find
like
"I
that.
Believe I Can Fly." Are you kidding me? Wait, really?
Let's see. I might be
Let me see.
wrong.
I know that there's the William Hung version. I listen to that from time to time,
I think maybe in the beginning. I
just
don't
to
know. I
irritate
went on
Lexi.
something. Let's see. R. Kelly. No, he's still there.
Uh,
I lied. I lied.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I could have sworn I looked at something and they had pulled him. Could be
I'm sh-
Apple. It could
I'm sure that
be
they probably did. But yeah,
yeah. But it's
yeah.
like I'm curious because I'm laughing because I'm like, are you gonna pull MJ? Are you gonna pull Diddy's music? Are we
Well,
never
that's the
allowed to
thing
listen
though.
to
Diddy
music?
didn't.
Can we separate? Are we not allowed to separate?
I mean, he produced obviously a ton of hits, but like
All
his
that.
actual songs, I mean, like that were what? There's two that were of radio hits. Not much.
He Diddy was in a well, I guess
He
it's the like
produced. He produced.
like I feel like a lot of his music was like well, it was like Diddy and blah blah blah. Diddy, but
Well,
those
because he did,
songs
but
are
even his
hits.
one, he had that one song. Because I listen to that shit when I work out a lot of times. It had Ti in it, where it's like the "Hello, good morning." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that song is
I
a
mean,
banger. I love that tune. But
like
he
he's got Shake Your Tail Feather.
was
I
that
Need a
Diddy.
Girl. Yeah, they're all Diddy featuring
Oh, with
blah blah
Nelly
blah.
sort of thing.
So
I
you've
don't
got
know.
like so I'm curious, like, is it gonna turn into like Don't You Dare Put That Song On?
I mean,
And am I an
probably for a
asshole for wanting to
stretch.
hear the song?
Probably for a stretch. I don't, but I think R. Kelly had better bangers than Diddy did, though.
Oh yeah.
Like 1,000%. Like in terms of like just musical talent, like let's
It
go.
is fucking
You know?
crazy though. It's so fucked up. I mean, it's just that you get to that, like I said, you get to that status, that number where
Yeah.
money ain't a thing, baby.
What do you think if you all of a sudden get Diddy's money? What do you think is gonna be the first thing you start to slip into that's gonna be a little bit like people are gonna raise an eyebrow and go, "Oh, what the fuck is she doing?"
I'm gonna just turn into Scarface.
Like what? Just
I'm just kidding.
dropping your head down in a mound of
Just
blow and
a
killing people?
mound of cocaine on a yacht. Just
Yeah.
like, just kidding. Guys, that's tough. No, I mean, have you ever seen the stupid meme where it's just like a person with like a million cats and they're like, you know, there'll be signs. Like I'm not gonna tell you I won the lottery, but there'll be signs. And it's just
Yeah.
like me. Like I
With your hordes
definitely
of
will start smoking cigarettes again.
because what you feel like you can just buy a lung at some
I'll
point.
just buy. No, I don't know. I mean, God, what would I do
I
with
also
so
love
much
that
money
you
right
say
now?
that I'm going to start smoking cigarettes. You still smoke cigs,
I don't smoke cigs.
but in how long's it been since you've had a cig?
June.
Okay, but you haven't. It's not been like a full year.
No, but give me some credit.
I mean, a 2.5, sure, that's great. But I'm just saying that like you're not off cigs altogether. Like I wouldn't say that I don't smoke cigs anymore, and I barely have it, but I still smoke cigs.
I'm not fucking. I'm just fluming, baby.
Lucy's are yummy. Yeah, I know. That's just as bad, dude. It's even worse. You got
Whatever.
that fucking hardcore dingle dangle bong
What
just
would?
ripping.
Yeah, I got all the flavors. I'm just
Oh,
collecting flavors.
god
Um,
damn it.
if you won, like, if all of a sudden tomorrow you had
Yeah,
like $1 billion,
yeah.
what would be the first? You can't say one because I feel like that's like, come on. Like, what would you do if all of a sudden your bank account had $1 billion? What would be the first
I'd pull
couple
the scene
weeks?
from Half Baked. I would immediately go into my first meeting at work and just go, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Like that's there's no doubt in my mind. That's
Because you don't
exactly what
have
I
to
would do.
work again. It's like when people are like, "Oh, if you won $1 million," I'm
Mm-mm.
like, unfortunately, these days, like you still gotta work. That
Yeah.
ain't going very far.
Even but
So, like,
even too, if I
billion.
won, let's say that I just won a couple million, I would still just be like, I'm fucking out, out, out. Like I'll just go work
Yeah.
whatever, but I'm not dealing with this. No.
And
If I can
then
pay
what are you
off my
gonna do?
house,
You're
in
gonna
terms of being
stay
a
in your
creep,
house.
like what's
Oh, is
creepy?
that what you meant?
Yeah, I mean like what's the creepy thing that you think that you would dip into? Like if all of a sudden you started to like because like your view of the world and your perspective, there's Jer, is
Jerry's on the
what up?
podcast.
What's the creepy thing you would do?
um, you can come in. He goes, "What
What's
do
up,
I
Jer?
do?" He can't hear anything.
Jer can totally come in.
Jerry, do you want to be part of the podcast? Dolores? Dolores is sound asleep on the living room couch.
What's
Jerry,
your
we're
creep thing?
saying if we were talking about Diddy, and we were saying if you had that kind of money, what would be like the creepy thing that you'd be into if
You'd
you had
think you'd
so
lean
much
into?
money?
Yeah.
Sitting on the toilet? Wait, what?
Taking dumpskis?
Little what? No. That's what we're avoiding.
No, that's what it would be.
We're not listening to him. What? I said I'd just be Scarface. I would just lean in and become a full blown cocaine addict.
Yeah, you're just doing blow all the time.
No,
Yeah.
I honestly I don't know. I don't know if there's anything that weird. I'm still a good fucking person. I would just be
Yeah.
traveling. Like Dan what is it? Dan Balzerian or whatever.
Mhm.
Like would you just be the girls just like the guy who just has like a bunch of hoes and you're like
No, because that's never been like my thing. I like a relationship sort of thing. I don't like dealing. I don't like. I think my weird thing. I would just fall off the fucking face of the earth. Like I would have no.
yeah,
I
you'd
would
just be a
have
hermit.
even less of a reason to have to interact with people. So I'm just like fucking. I'm done. I'm just gonna get real weird like that.
I don't think I have anything weird that I would do. I just feel like I'd be like, I want to travel and all my friends around and like
Yeah.
do fun things. Like I would just like buy
Well, you're
houses
lame.
everywhere.
You're
I would
lame.
just have parties all the time.
I mean, that's fine. You
Uh
could do a party. Yeah.
oh. No baby oil at any parties. Sans
Bad
the
boy for
baby
life.
oil.
Oh,
You know what? I would just be a bad boy for life.
bad boy for
So,
life's a good. Well, hey, Jerry just got home, so why don't you just go do your thing?
that's cool.
Yeah,
Well,
this was good.
yeah. Well,
And
you look like you need another drink, and
I'm gonna go eat another banana.
yeah, go eat dinner, you weirdo.
I'm gonna eat a banana and see if I can scrape up a fucking dino nugget underneath my couch.
Ew, they're vegan.
They are vegan.
Yeah. Gross.
Mmm.
Yeah.
They're real.
I'm
All
so
right.
full.
Well,
All
enjoy
right.
game night, dude.
I will.
All
Thanks,
right.
man.
Peace.